We begin in Syria, where some of the rival factions are to merge. The country's effective leader, Ahmed al-Sharaa, has reached agreement with faction chiefs to dissolve and consolidate under the defense ministry. The prime minister said the ministry will be restructured with former rebels and officers from the army of the ousted dictator, Bashar al-Assad. Syrian journalist Ossama Mohammed joins me now from Qamishli in northeastern Syria. Thank you so much. So there seems to be an agreement. Which factions have agreed to dissolve? And I'm not even sure if that's the right word for it, dissolve.
Thank you for having me. Let me start with wishing a Merry Christmas for all the people, and mostly I'm talking about the Syrian people, and wish that we have a peace from now on, starting with the new year. With the dissolving rebel factions in Syria, these talks have been started by the beginning of controlling of HTS on Damascus. After Ahmed al-Sharaa had a private and close meetings and discussions with most of the leaders of these functions as private, as like individuals, and then he had a general meeting with all of them. Mostly for those who are ready to dissolve and join to the defense ministry are the operation functions who were fighting alongside with HTS against Bashar al-Assad. However, when we are talking about the functions who were fighting in southern of Syria, we are talking about the functions who were fighting in Daraa, and we are specifically talking about the joint operation desk, which is the desk who are functions supported by the Turkey. Those groups like Amshad, Hamzat, Sultan Murad, they are until now not ready to dissolve. However, there is other functions, mostly like Jaish al-Sham. Some others are ready to dissolve, but still have some conditions. So mostly this is who gonna reject, as they gonna wait for Turkey to give them orders, is that the Syrian National Army functions who are fighting against SDF now in northeast Syria.
So what I'm hearing from you is that not all armed groups have agreed to consolidate under the defense ministry. How problematic is that in your view? And are you worried there could be new clashes in Syria that are long-term?
It's a big problem, actually. There is a lot of these jihadist groups who are active in Syria now. We don't know if they are ready to give their weapons. This is jihadist group. They have their beliefs, their principles. I don't think they're gonna believe in a secular government and just to hand over their weapons. We are talking about different functions who are led by foreigners. What's their destiny gonna be? How they gonna act? I'm scared that there are gonna be clashes happening between some of these functions and HTS. However, the main challenge with that will be what the kind of agreements gonna come from HTS and SDF. We are talking about SDF, who's controlling almost 20% of Syria.
Journalist Ossama Mohammed from the Syrian city Qamishli, thank you so much for joining us.